Liverpool has been knocked out of the FA Cup. By which team? Manchester United, a team that I support, and Man United is through to the semi-finals of the Premier League to join Coventry, Man City, and Chelsea. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? I go by the names of Rokani David. It's my like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a day. I'm really excited because my team has gone ahead to knock out Liverpool in a game that proved not to be easy for the club of Man United. For a team that went ahead to play in the midweek, and Manchester United had gone ahead to rest for close to 8 days without kicking a ball, I reached an extent when I was really like, why don't we kill off this game in the first half? Because all the chances were there for Man United to kill off the game in the first half. And when we failed, after Scott McTominay put us ahead in the 10th minute, McAllister went ahead to level 1-1 through a deflection of Kobe Menu and it went ahead to pass past Andrew Onana. After that, we found ourselves in a situation of really conceding even before the end of the first half through Mohamed Salah capitalizing onto that ball that was deflected back into play by Onana. After Darwin Núñez was going to hit, obviously direct a heavy shot at him, he went ahead to fist it and it found Mohamed Salah unmarked. And that resulted into us not doing the needful as the club of Man United. First half, it ended to 1. Second half, Liverpool came through. They failed to obviously kill off the game. And that's what happens to you when you fail to kill off the game. That is it. When you really fail to kill off the game. If Liverpool went ahead to get in the third one, you never know. Manchester United would have gone ahead, obviously say, this game is done and dusted. But with a margin of 1, it keeps the team in high spirits that something magical is going to really happen. And it went ahead to happen. And guess what happened? Man United went ahead to pull one back through Anthony. And Anthony sent the team of Man United to go into extra time. Having gone ahead to allow the team of United to go into extra time, towards the end of the first half of the extra time, another deflection went into the back of the net. And guess who was responsible for it? It was none other than Harvey Elliott. And it went ahead and obviously counted into the net of Man United. And then Marcus Rashford, towards the start of the second half of the extra time, he made it 3-3. And guess what happened? Amad Diallo, in just 1 minute left to go to the penalties, he was released by Alejandro Garnacho, capitalized onto the counter-attack and gave United a lead. And Amad Diallo was sent off because he got himself a second yellow card after he had gone ahead to get one. He celebrated, took the shirt off, shirt number 16. He was sent off the field of play. And the referee went ahead to annoy me. I was asking myself, how would the referee go ahead to add in close to 3 minutes into extra time? Guys, where have you ever gone ahead to see it? Because no player was injured. The all teams were very busy. The game was end to end, but he added there 3 minutes. But Manchester United defended very well. Those last 3 minutes added in and went ahead to obviously win that beautiful game of football. But whoever missed out on this game, you need to catch the rewatch. You need to catch the rewatch because the match was end to end. It was attack me, I attack you. Eric Ten Hag reached an extent when he was having only one defender on the pitch. That was Harry Maguire. You know, it was Harry Maguire, and Bruno Fernandes was played in the central defense alongside Harry Maguire. Dalot was played as the right back, and Anthony was played as the left back into that game. You know, because Varane was taken off, John Evans was away, Harry Maguire came in from injury and played some 40-50 minutes in there for you. So he had really no players to play into that game of football. And what he did was he brought on Amad Diallo, he brought on Anthony, he brought on Eriksen into that midfield. And then he later brought on Mason Mount. Harry Maguire also, he made a good usage of his 5 substitutions. And out of the 5 that he made, 2 scored him the most important goals of this tie. Anthony leveled the game when it was coming to an end to send us into extra time. Amad Diallo scored the winner for the club of Man United. So for Liverpool, they're out of the FA Cup. Remember, it's like now a fortnight since they last lifted the Carabao Cup, and they felt like we can really knock out Man United at Old Trafford. And for whoever saw or watched my match preview that I went ahead to put on this channel, because I did too, I put one at the United Matters channel. I went ahead to put one here. I told you that Manchester United is going to knock out Liverpool. Without a point extra, felt like these players had gone ahead to down tools. But Liverpool, as a team, I think it's getting tired. It's getting tired because they couldn't match the intensity. Man United are going to hit to rest for 8 days and they were fresh. Liverpool had played a game on Thursday. It had to affect them because extra time was really uncalled for. And I really understand how the players of Liverpool are really feeling right now. And if I told you are Liverpool, you just get excited that there is international break. No more games until the 30th and 31st of March. Because if you give Liverpool a game next week, you know, I don't think the recovery will be enough. But these players are going to go to the international break. Most of the players play for teams that are already going to have to qualify for the Euros, meaning that the managers won't even play them in the first game. The first friendly they're going to play, I think, on Tuesday and Wednesday. And they're only going to use them like in the last 30 minutes of the game because these players need to rest. So, McAllister is on form, guys. He's on form. And Mohamed Salah has continued to show us that he's really an elite player, that he can rise up to the occasion. And it's the defense of Liverpool that let him down. But for him, he had gone ahead to do the job and let everything run as supposed to be. So he's really struggling and returning from injury, but he's really hitting in those goals and really making them count. That is the beauty of Mohamed Salah into the system of Liverpool. But for Arsenal fans, I promise you that this was the first phase of knocking out Liverpool from the Carabao Cup and from the FA Cup, and it was the Premier League would have gone ahead to make them lose 2 points. And remember, Man United is not having most of its players back, especially the dependables. Casemiro is away, Luke Shaw is away, Lisandro Martinez is away. But I tell you, by the time we play them on the 7th of April, that squad will be 95% available. And if that squad will be 90% available, 95% available, Liverpool cannot really win. We are going to beat them, I tell you, because these players of Man United know to it that every time they qualify for the Champions League, their bonuses they get. If they don't qualify for the Champions League, they get a 25% reduction of the salary they're supposed to earn. And now, this is the time for them to act and really show to it that we can really knock them out. Because after playing Brentford on the 30th, we are going to be playing, I think, is it Chelsea on the 3rd or 4th? Then 7th over the weekend, we are going to take on Liverpool. And Man United is going to have to find themselves in a position of hitting close to four birds with one stone. They've knocked out Liverpool in this weekend. Tottenham Hotspur is going to have to draw. You understand? Tottenham Hotspur was beaten by Fulham yesterday by 3-0. Aston Villa is going to have to draw with the side of West Ham. When I talk about Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur, I really understand that is the battle for the top 4. Now, Aston Villa is 9 points ahead of Man United, and Man United has a game in hand. Then Tottenham Hotspur is just 6 points behind Man United. And all those teams, as you see them there, Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur, they have to play Chelsea, they have to play Man City, they have to play Arsenal, they have to play Liverpool, of which 3 of those that I'm going to hit to mention, that is Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal, are really competing for the trophy, and they wouldn't like to see themselves really drop points when they're playing these teams. Now, for Arsenal, I tell you, we are going to beat Liverpool. One of the people we shouldn't allow to win this trophy is Liverpool. We failed at Etihad, but we are not going to fail twice. We are not going to fail twice, I promise you. So, after those games of football were played, let me give you the pre-cap and really show you how the draws were really caught and really shown up. Man United has gone ahead to beat Liverpool by 4-3. That's how the game of football really ended. They've gone ahead to knock them out. Then Chelsea 4-2 against Leicester City. That was a win. Man City beat, hear me out, Man City beat Newcastle by 2-0, and Coventry beat Wolverhampton Wanderers by 3-2. Now, the draws have gone ahead to be really held, and Man City is going to play Chelsea, and Coventry is going to be playing Man United at Wembley. That is the 19th and 20th of this month. That's when these games of football are really going to be played at Wembley. As a United fan, I see one of my foot already in the final, but never cross the bridge before you reach it. But I think will beat Coventry. But Coventry put up a fight when they're playing against Wolverhampton Wanderers. And what makes me worry about it is that if they manage to do that when they never had like 3/4 of the fans at the Molineux, how are they going to perform when they are playing at Wembley, when they're really having close to 50,000 fans, or 40, because those teams will have to share those fans? And it will be really good. And United is back to Wembley. Man City is back to Wembley. Erik ten Hag is going to hate to play his second consecutive semi-final. Is he going to win the final? I think the odds go to Coventry, because he wouldn't like to obviously come in through and really play teams like Chelsea and Man City. Now, Man City and Chelsea, they'll sort themselves out. But for me, as a fan of Man United and a supporter, all I need is simple: get everything going, done and dusted. So that's what I can tell you in here onto the Rokani Media Football. Liverpool have been knocked out, and now they prepare to obviously be playing in only two tournaments, the Premier League and the UEFA Europa League. In the UEFA Europa League, on the round of 8, they're going to have to be drawn with Atalanta. I think they'll edge Atalanta because of what they really have as a team. Then, when you look at in the league, they're level on points with Arsenal, and they might see themselves really get back on top of the Premier League table again if Arsenal and Man City draw, and for them, they go all out and really win. So, what are they going to do over the weekend of 30th and 31st? It's up to them. But Arsenal is going to be playing away at Etihad, and they're going to be really a very huge game for them to play. But I've going to hate to understand these teams can be beaten badly and hands down. Liverpool has been knocked out, but Jurgen Klopp has going to hate to show a very good mentality. And by the time he lost, guys, he was like, this is not supposed to happen. And let me show you what he went ahead to obviously say after this beautiful game of football, where Man United went ahead to obviously beat him by 4-3. He froze. I'll tell you, the guy froze. Let me try to bring you this onto the screen and I read it to you. But don't forget to smash the like button. Continue to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit the magic number in there for you, for the club of Man United, and hope you guys are really gonna help us really hit that magic number. And when you look at that game, for me, I'll give the man of the match to Garnacho. Garnacho did everything he had to do in his reach to really win off this game of football. Involved in the first goal, second goal, and the winner. So if a player is going to have to get himself involved in 3 goals with 2 assists, why don't you really get him or crown him the man of the match? For me, I give Garnacho the man of the match because everything that United had to do positive in this game was rotating around him. Marcus Rashford again is going to hit to score in 3 consecutive games this season. I think for the very first time I was going to hit to do it. He scored against Man City, he scored against Everton, and against Liverpool. He has gone ahead and really come in through and really scored. Now, Jurgen Klopp, the manager of Liverpool, has come out and said the following. We had not a good start, and then again, we adapted really well to what they did and what we wanted to do and had a top game. At 2-1 up, we had so many chances to kill the game. Last pass not right, all in a rush in some moments. And the rest is already history. If you want, we are nearly there in normal time and nearly there in extra time, and then we lose the game. That's all right. I cannot ask for more. We have had a much more intense season so far. Everybody knows that. You just have to count the games. Today was hard, very hard. The longer the game goes, the decision making doesn't get any better. Congratulations to Man United going to the semi-finals. We have a game less, or have 2 games less, and we try to use that in the next weeks. That is Liverpool for you, charged up for the moment that most of you are really calling about info. So the draws: Man United, Coventry City. Man City is facing Chelsea in there for you, and Chelsea also left it late. Chukwuemeka had to come in through and really give them the lead. Then Madueke made it 4-2 for the club of Chelsea. So thank you very much for watching through. I'm calling upon for your reactions into the comment section below, as Liverpool has been knocked out by the club of Man United in the FA Cup. Arsenal fans, I promise you, Man United is not going to let you down. Do your job. But for us, we are going to beat Liverpool at Old Trafford. For everyone who was like, Ten Hag should go, he's not a very good manager. If you doubted the tactics of Erik ten Hag, today has been the day. Today has been the day. He has been spot on when it came to tactics and went ahead to lift that trophy and has gone ahead to win that beautiful game of football. Guys, your reactions to this are welcome in the comment section below. I'm returning with the live match reaction. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid. The game is on. 22 minutes. It's still 0-0. Napoli and Inter still 0-0. The Muslims, Ramadan Mubarak, and the Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. We sign out for now. See you when you see me. I'm out.